The new reboot of Child's Play was a really good horror movie about a rogue AI who killed people in the form of a little doll. But I feel like this version lacked something from the original, a line that shouldn't be crossed. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Turnout. I'm your host, Aloy. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at TheTurnoutUSAA, and check out usaaudiences.com for special event and movie screening invites. Also, spoiler alert. So when I think about the Old Chucky, I think of a sadistic serial killer with voodoo powers who is capable of some really horrific acts, and his goal of murdering a child for multiple movies to take over his body. As evil as this man-turned-doll is, as a viewer, you can understand his motivations and feel his wrath when he doesn't get his way and lashes out, or when somebody stands in his way, he beats them to death with a yardstick. Charles Lee Ray was despicable, but also had a shred of humanity that allowed viewers to engage with him as the wicked person that he was. Which brings us to the Child's Play reboot, and the new Chucky, who is an AI gone wrong. The thing that this movie did, and it actually made me sad and angry in the moment while I was in the theater watching it, though I'm actually kind of okay with it now, is that it painted almost all of Chucky's kills as pretty much against quote-unquote bad people. He killed Andy's mom's crummy boyfriend, who we later learn had a second family and was cheating on them. He killed the really creepy apartment handyman, who we found out had secret cameras in everybody's apartment. He killed Andy's mom's boss, who, even though he was a minor character, was also said to be cheating on his wife. This movie has a thing against cheaters. But each of these targets, the audience could somehow get behind why this person was killed. What it does is it trains our mind to say that it's okay to kill bad people, which would mean the reverse of that is that it's not okay to kill good people. And that is the reason why when Chucky goes after Andy's mom, Karen, the tension builds, because she didn't do anything wrong. Someone has to save her before it's too late. Well, there was one death in the Child's Play reboot. One death that happened before somebody could save them. And she was probably one of the kindest, best people in the whole movie. And her name was Doreen. So first off, I love Doreen. She's the old lady that lives down the hall from Andy. She invites people who she doesn't even really know to dinner to cook with them, to smile with them and laugh with them. She jokes around with her son, and she's just an overall pleasant lady. She even played along when Andy was trying to hide evidence of one of Chucky's murders, even though she thought he was just being cute, maybe playing a prank. And Andy being an accomplice to that is a whole other side topic. But Doreen really did try to be the best person that she could. She was even finally coming around to learning how to use fancy gadgets on her phone, and she was so proud of herself. But she made one mistake in this movie, and that was when she was eating with Andy. She said, "Oh, Andy, you're my new best friend." And that one line in the movie condemned her to death. She ordered a driverless car, Chucky hacked into it, and crashed it, before then getting into the car and stabbing her to death. But she didn't deserve that. Chucky crossed a line in my book. I was sitting there in the theater and I got physically angry. And I get what they were doing with this version of Chucky. Doreen's death was used as a tool to illustrate how inhuman Chucky actually was. That even this dear, sweet lady who reminded me of my own mom had to die the way that Chucky saw the world. It was the only way for him to be Andy's true best friend. I'd argue, however, Doreen did not have to die. Her death didn't add anything to Chucky's sadistic nature that we didn't already know. He already started off the movie strangling a cat as his first act. And usually that's a sign to most viewers that, okay, this character will do anything if it will hurt an animal. It also didn't add anything that we didn't get to feel when Chucky went after Andy's mom. Again, that intense feeling of an actual good person being in peril. So killing Doreen was blatant, unnecessary, and honestly, bad screenwriting. I actually liked the rest of the movie, but this part was the worst. It didn't up the stakes, it didn't increase tension, it didn't subvert expectations. All it did was pad the runtime. You see, the movie came to exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes. In a market where most movies are 2 hours or more, they had to obviously push this story hard to squeeze the runtime out of it. And to do that, they had to take this sweet old lady and murder her for zero reason. Or that's my take on it. What do you guys think about the new Child's Play reboot and the death of Doreen? Let me know about that down in the comments. Also, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and every time you hit the bell notification, you're sending me a sweet hug as I mourn Doreen. But I've been your host, Aloy. This has been The Turnout. Thanks for showing up.